Welcome to the channel, guys. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how strong players actually think before they sacrifice a piece, and then I'll be doing that by showing you 3 games where I attack my opponent viciously to get checkmate or actually win material. And without further ado, let's get some games started. All right, who do we have here? We have a 22-14 rated player. We are playing with the black pieces. Let's go for the French defense. We have the French defense on the board. His opponent going to go for the advance. I think that is called the normal variation, but once I play this move, it becomes the classical variation. So I'm going to play this move, and opponent is likely going to push pawn here. And then playing a move like this is a sideline I like playing in a blitz game. But in a rapid game, against a very strong player like this, I'm just going to go for the main line and just bring my knight back, push pawn here. These pawn breaks are very important pawn breaks in the French defense. This one and this one. Okay, let's go here. Capturing here, yes, I think we captured there when we can. A move like this comes to mind, but it's not like I'm really doing anything there because that pawn is well defended. Pushing pawn here and trying to go for this pawn break is also something I'm looking at. I think I should capture here first, and after the trade, then I push pawn here. Okay, let's say I capture here first. What if opponent captures with a knight? I don't think I have an issue with that. If opponent captures with a knight, I do not really have an issue with that. Or do I? I can capture it a knight. If opponent decides to capture it a knight again, I play this move. And if opponent decides to capture this way, then I can go for this pawn break. Let's capture here first. And then let's go for this pawn break. If opponent captures here, I capture here. If opponent doesn't capture, I'm looking at just going here. Just capturing here. And opponent should be careful. Okay, opponent captures, and I think I'm happy with my position like this. A check here comes to mind, but it is just a check and doesn't really seem to do much. So I'm going to put my bishop here, and I'm just going to be castling on the next move. So let me castle on the next move. The good thing with that trade now is that this my rook is simply active on this file. A move like this comes to mind. A move like that, I'm not really gaining anything with. A move like this also comes to mind, trying to put some pressure here. Put some pressure here while looking at this, but I'm not really getting anything with all of those moves. So let's go here instead. I see my opponent playing a move like this and then trying to land this piece here. I'm looking at going here. Bad thing with playing a move like this is that opponent has this move, and that's just going to be a fork. Very important to always look on what your opponent is likely going to play. So I'm looking at playing a move like this instead. If I play a move like this instead, what if opponent captures here? I capture here. Doesn't seem to work for me. If I play a move like this, I think opponent can just sacrifice here. And if I capture here, then comes this check. And if I go capture here, they just capture my queen and I have nothing. They capture my queen, I have nothing. I have nothing. So this move, while it looks enticing, the move doesn't really seem to do much for me. So I'm going to play a move like this just to stop this evil knight from landing here. This is a prophylactic move. You see what your opponent wants to play and you just stop it. So now I'm looking at just staying away from this pin. Is opponent going to capture here? I do not see my opponent doing that, but let's see. Maybe a move like this would have been a very interesting move. A move like this now looks interesting, putting pressure here, but not really, because opponent can just recapture, and if I capture with my queen, oops, opponent captures here, my queen is not defended. A move like this comes to mind, doesn't really seem to do much, so I'm thinking of swinging this rook over here. Since the rook is not really doing a lot here, a move like this, what do I gain with that? I see my opponent playing this move, and I think opponent can still go ahead and play a move like this and land this check and pick up my knight. So I'm not going to play that at the moment. Let's bring this rook that is not really contributing in the game. Let's bring it into the game. If opponent goes for this, can't I just take here? Is there a reason I am not capturing here? A move like this still doesn't work. A move like this, a move like this, opponent captures, I capture. I think I'm okay with that move. Just trying to liberate this my bishop. The bishop is not doing very well, although I'll be left with an isolated pawn. But it might be worth it. My position is just too passive. A move like this, if opponent captures, I just capture here. And this pawn might be a blessing. Pawn might be a very strong weakness, but let's blow open the center of the board. Pawn is defended this way. A move like this, I'm also looking at. Do I worry about a move like this and then sacking here? Nah, I'm not worried about that. So let's go capture here. If opponent captures here, be my guess. If opponent doesn't capture, what are we doing? A move like this already comes to mind. Just trying to ask some questions here. Saying there, evil piece, go away. Also, a move like this comes to mind. A move like that comes to mind. I'm trying to see if there's a way I can swing my queen over and start threatening all kinds of bad stuff on this file. So let's see how my opponent handles this. I think I like my position now. Okay, now that my opponent is playing this move, I do not think I want to be a party to this. I feel like playing a move like this. I need to step away from this. Very important I step away from that. Because opponent is just threatening to just move this anywhere, and opponent discovered attack on my queen. You always want to watch out. A move like this, I think it's also a very good discovered attack, because if I go capture here, I just lose this. And after losing this, I might end up losing this. So I think I'm going to play this move, just trying to step away from that. And now I'm very interested in playing a move like this. I'm very interested in playing a move like that, because now my opponent no longer has any trick here. So a move like this now comes to mind. Let's see how my opponent handles this. Opponent would like to go here, but remember we already played a move like this, so opponent doesn't have any of that. So I'm looking at going here now, and I see my opponent trying to double up here, trying to go for all kinds of nastiness here. I'm not buying it. I think the moment my opponent plays a move like this, I think it is GG's, just resign, because I guess I can just play a move like this. Maybe then opponent sacks here. I just capture. I think after the trade, I should be fine. I'll be up a piece, and I'm fine. So if opponent plays a move like this, now it is GG's. For one, I have a move like this. Just asking the queen some question immediately. Asking the queen some question. Wow. Just by blowing open the center, my position just became very, very active. And I just have to find some precise move here, and it is GG's. I have to find some precise move here, and opponent would be looking for the resign button. I told you guys that move doesn't work. The move doesn't work. For now, for one, I have a move like this, which I'm kind of very interested in playing. But I think I prefer to play a move like this. Hit my opponent's queen. And when the queen moves, then I play this move. Okay, I think I prefer that. I prefer to play a move like this. What if my opponent sacks here? Can't I just capture there? I think I can. So if I play a move like this, opponent is likely going to move here. I'm not buying it. I have this move. This is all shades of nastiness. Oh, my bishop will be on the way. So after a move like this, opponent has this move, and they're just stopping me from getting into this square. I don't want my opponent to stop me from getting into the square immediately. So what if I go here immediately now? I see my opponent is sacking here, and after the trade, I think I should be fine. Opponent will be losing a piece. Opponent will be down a piece, and that should be okay for me. What if I just ignore and play a move like this? What if I ignore, play a move like this, just keeping everything defended, just trying to say I have an attack, so let's not trade it down. Kind of more interested in doing something like that. I am more interested in playing something like that. Okay, so let's say we go here now. What if opponent push pawn forward? I think I can go capture here. I like what I'm seeing on the board. So let's go here instead. Trying to not miss anything. And we have a threat of sacking here. And then coming here with a check. That's something opponent has to watch out for. Opponent has to watch out for it. Opponent tries to run this way now. I'm looking at just landing a check here. And just win the queen. Opponent might be looking for the resign button here. After a move like this also comes to mind. Guys, checkmate in 3. Can you find it? Checkmate in 3. Can you find it? Yes, I already told you guys. We are going to sack the rook here. That is a decoy. The king is forced to capture. Then our queen slides over here. We check. The king is forced back. And then we land check here. And then that is checkmate. All thanks to this rook sitting here. Opponents might resign now. Opponent might resign now. Look at that. Just look at that. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. We have this check. The king is forced here. We have this check. The king is forced here. This is a beautiful checkmate. Wow, I played with 93.4% accuracy. Opponent played with 77.3, and we had a brilliant move. I think it was the brilliant rook sacrifice. There was 2 missed wins. Let's quickly take a look at this game. The game was over until the game was always equal until it became tactical. This is all theory. This is the French defense. And after this trade, yes, that is that is a nice pawn break to go for. And just like that, I'm okay with my position. I have an active rook on this file, and I like to play it this way. I like to play the French defense this way. Okay, that's a miss win, but it's kind of a prophylactic move. I actually thought on this move, and I just dismissed the move. I dismissed this move because after this move, I thought my opponent could play a move like this. And after I capture here, then a check here. This is what I was scared of. The engine suggests I just capture here. And after I trade here, let's see opponent captures here. Ooh, look at that, guys. Look at that. I stopped calculating. This is so good. If my opponent goes here, we have this move and we pick up the queen back. And if my opponent goes here, I think that is checkmate. That right there is checkmate. I missed it. I wasn't really thinking. I wasn't thinking about that. I just stopped calculating. I just saw my rook hanging. I thought I could not capture here, but I could capture there. So opponent decided to play this move, and then we swing this last rook into the game. Guys, you want to play with all your pieces. Don't leave any pieces out. And then I strike in the center. I thought that was the best move. Not really the best move, but after I blew open the center of the board, just like that, my position became very active and very good very quickly. Position became very good for me very quickly, and the engine wanted me to trade here. Instead, I hopped in here and I was setting this plan up, but that's a miss win and I just lost all my advantage. Position is equal, and after I move like this, we swing the rook over there. That is the best move. Then we strike with this brilliant sacrifice, and the king is forced to capture, and after the capture, then comes this check, then comes this check, and this beautiful checkmate. Okay, who do we have here? A 2244 rated player. Let's go with the king's pawn opening. Okay, opponent is going for the Scandinavian. Let's play the black Madima gambit against my opponent. And then we are just offering my opponent a pawn for massive lead in development. I'm simply saying bro capture here. So I play a move like this. A move like this is possible. Okay, I'm going to go here. And if opponent dares to play a move like this, it is a blunder now. Okay, opponent doesn't. And we are going to have a very attacking game here. This looks like it looks like the Von Hennig gambit, where opponent tries to play the Caro-Kann, and we have very similar positions like this. But this time around, it was not the Caro-Kann, it was the Scandinavian that just transposed into this. This is going to be a very attacking game. Let's see how my opponent handles this. A pawn push here, I'm not really scared of. Okay, opponent is not committing the king, which might be kind of a wise decision. Do I worry about my opponent playing a move like this? A move like this comes to mind. If my opponent captures here, I capture here. Do I worry about this? I'm not sure I should be worried about that. I think I have moves like this and I should be okay. I'm looking at playing a move like this. If opponent captures here, I just capture here. And I'm putting pressure on this diagonal. And what else? If I play a move like this, if opponent doesn't capture and just maybe develop, I'm just going to play a move like this and I have no issues with that. I like my bishop pointing towards this part of the board, and it looks like my opponent is going to castle here because what are you castling here for? So let's go here instead. Let's play a move like this. If my opponent captures here, I capture here. If opponent push pawn, okay? If opponent plays this move, I'm just interested in just having a very solid pawn structure. And now I'm looking at swinging my rook over here. I'm trying to put the rook here and coming with an attack. Swinging my queen here. Let's bring the queen here. I'm trying to infiltrate my opponent's position this way. I see this move happening and I'm just going back here. Can't we? I think we can. My idea is simple. I want to play a move like this next. With all these pieces pointing towards my opponent's king, it's going to be crazy very quickly. Okay, let's go here. For now, we don't have an immediate threat. For now, there is no immediate threat, but I'm looking at playing this move next. Maybe try to provoke this move. If opponent plays this move now, that is bad. I think it is bad because we can sack here, and after all of that, I capture here. It is just too dangerous for my opponent, and I do not see my opponent surviving the position. So instead, my opponent plays it this way, and I'm already looking at just going here, because why not? Why not? I think I see why not. Opponent wants to push his pawn forward. If I go here now, opponent is likely going to play a move like this. And if I go back, opponent can capture here. My queen is under attack. If I capture here, isn't that going to be a big trade? And if I play a move like this, opponent is likely going to push pawn forward here. And I'm not seeing what I have. Opponent is threatening checkmate here, and I have to stop that checkmate. I have to stop the checkmate, and maybe we need to watch out for this as well. A move like this, I'm very tempted to play. A move like this, I guess I do not mind playing as well. I don't think I mind playing this move as well. Yes, I do not mind playing this move. Threat here is simple. Capture here. Deliver checkmate here. And if opponent plays this move, capturing here comes to mind. Well, I think I can just capture here now. Since we are sacrificing, we want to make sure the sacrifice works. But the sacrifice doesn't work. If I capture here, opponent captures here. And then I capture here. Opponent has this evil queen move. Very evil queen move. Not a move I really want to see on this board. It is not a move I want to see on the board. So let's go here. So let's say I go here now. Opponent push pawn. I'm just going to capture. Do I capture that way? I need to move this, don't I? I think I do need to move it. What if I do not move it? What if I don't move it and just maybe swing a rook over here? Or probably swing a rook over here. If opponent captures here, I capture here. And the threat is simple. Sack material here. And deliver checkmate. And deliver checkmate here. So let's take a look at that move. I play a move like this. If opponent captures here, I'm just going to capture here. And I have a threat on the board. I have a threat on the board. I have a threat of delivering checkmate here. And I think that should be fine. So let's not move that. So let's see how my opponent handles this. Let's see how my opponent handles this. Capturing here comes to mind, but it doesn't work because at the end of the line, opponent has this move. But now if I'm able to play a move like this, then I can capture there. And I should be fine. I guess I can play a move like this now. This might be GG's for my opponent. After I move like this, tell me where's my opponent going? Maybe they go capture here. Then I can sack here. Okay, I think I like what I'm seeing here. I'm just trying to not miss something that would be decisive. Trying to not miss something decisive. Oopsies. What if my opponent captures here? Okay, I guess we can just go capture here. If opponent captures here, I can no longer capture this way now because that will be checkmate. Okay. If opponent captures here, I think I can capture here. Yes, I think I can just capture here. And the queen is still going to be under attack. And if opponent plays this move, now I'm looking at sacking here. And after that, I capture here. Cannot be good for my opponent. It just cannot be good for my opponent. So let's say after I move like this, it's very important you look on your opponent's forcing moves. Let's say opponent plays a move like this. Can't I just go here? I'm threatening checkmate here. What is my opponent doing about it? Or what if I just come back? Okay, opponent can just grab here. Let's go here. I think this should work. A move like this kind of consigning, but I don't think I should panic. I don't think I should panic. A move like this looks like I can even go capture here. Looks like I can go capture there. Okay, move like that. Move like that. I'm looking at playing this move. Opponent is I'm looking at going here, and I'm threatening to go here checkmate. How is opponent even surviving this? So let's say I go here now. What is opponent playing? Okay, I'm not seeing how my opponent survives this. Let's go here. A check here is checkmate, by the way. If opponent doesn't capture here, that is checkmate. That is going to be checkmate. And if opponent captures here, this is checkmate. Wow, look at that. Told you guys it's going to be some attacking chess. And if opponent plays that, we can just capture here. Can't we? Just trying to not mess anything up for myself. I think we can capture here. Opponent is saying, bro, where is the checkmate? That is what my opponent is saying. Where is the checkmate? If I land a check here, okay, let's say I land a check here. If I land a check here, I'm not seeing the checkmate. I'm running out of time. I need to deliver checkmate here. I have a check here. I have a check here. Here's the king going. The king can go here. And then I have a check here. Why am I missing checkmate, guys? I have a check here. The king goes here. I have a check here. That's checkmate, guys. How am I missing this kind of moves? The king goes here. That is checkmate. Yes, I'm not missing checkmate. Not this time. Let's quickly take a look at the game. Let's see the game review. Wow, I played with 86.6% accuracy. Opponent played with 70.7% accuracy. I had two brilliant moves, three mistakes. Let's quickly take a look at that game. Opponent decided to go for the Scandinavian, and I decided to go for a gambit line, the Black Madima gambit, and opponent handled it very well. And this was all good, and a move like this would have been very good. I think that's what the engine is suggesting I play. And after this move, that is not the best move. A move like this is just going to walk into a popular trap that I know in the Von Hennig gambit, where we sacrifice here, and after a move like this, we land a check here. On the next move, we pick this up, and we are not up a piece, but opponent has a king that is stuck on the center of the board, and opponent has lost the right to castle. And because the king is stuck on the center of the board, bringing this rook into the game is just going to be difficult for my opponent. But opponent is a 2000 rated player, so he's aware of this kind of tactics and did not fall for it. And opponent tried to play the position slowly, but the moment opponent played this move and I was able to put my bishop here, have my bishop pointing towards this part of the board with the intentions of bringing my queen here, I knew there's going to be massive attack on the board. And then I hopped in here. The engine doesn't really like that move. The engine wanted me to play a move like this. Okay, yes, maybe it makes sense. I thought for a moment, I thought it leads to trading the queen. I am planning to attack my opponent. Trading queens is not what I am interested in doing. We slide the bishop back, and then we come in with our piece. Oopsies, the engine wanted me to sack here. Oh, and after this move, capture here. Looks like that's what the engine wanted, but that's not something I really want to play in this position. Instead, I played this move, and I was kind of proud of this move. I thought it was a very nice move, but the engine is saying, bro, that is an inaccurate move. Okay, I should have sacked there. Instead, I just played this move. Wow, that is not good. I thought it was good. Okay, the engine wanted my opponent to capture here, and I was thinking if I capture here, and I should have something, but I have nothing. But now I capture. Look at that sacrifice. As my opponent backed out, I just sacrificed the bishop. Opponent refused to accept the sacrifice. Instead, opponent captures there. And then I sacrifice the bishop again. The idea is simple. I'm threatening to deliver checkmate here on the next move. So opponent decided to play this move, but it's already too late. I grabbed the piece. Oh, the engine wanted me to just land a check here. I grab the piece. I'm threatening checkmate here. Maybe the engine wants my opponent to play moves like this, and opponent should be running away with the king this way. That might be a move here. Instead, opponent play this move. Yes, that's the best move. And then we had this check and this checkmate. Okay, we are playing a 22-29 rated player. Let's go with the king's pawn opening. Okay, opponent is going d4, e4. Okay, now let's go for the Scotch gambit. We are simply saying, dear opponent, what do you really know about the Scotch gambit? This is a move. Okay, opponent is deciding to play it passively. A move like this was also possible. Opponent is saying, bro, okay, yes, that is the best move, guys. I really face that move. But it is the best move. I'm looking at landing a check here, but maybe opponent blocks this way. And then I just capture here. Am I not fine? So let's say I land a check here, opponent push pawn forward. I think I am just going back, and I'm simply saying, bro, a knight on the rim is dim. That is what I'm going to do. If opponent blocks this way, I'm going to capture here and then just capture here. I think I am okay. So opponent has to be careful. A move like this traps the knight. So opponent has to watch out. So maybe opponent has to push pawn here now, or push pawn here, so the knight can go back here. Because if opponent doesn't do any of that, a move like this just traps the knight, because the knight can't move into this square or this square, and all of these squares are taken from the knight. That is why the knight on the rim is dim. If opponent dares to capture here, oops, that is trapped. Opponent knows better, and opponent decides to play this move. Let's just capture here. We get our pawn back, and guess we are chilling here. Let's go here. Pushing pawn forward here comes to mind, but I'm going to play a move like this. I do not want my opponent hitting me with this nasty pin. And then I'm going to proceed with my development. Let's go here. All right, what do we do now? A move like this comes to mind. Doesn't seem to do much for me. A move like this I like. Is my opponent thinking of pushing pawn forward? I do not think I care too much about that. I want to swing my rook over here. I want to connect my rooks, but I'm thinking, where do I put this bishop? I'm kind of skeptical. Where do I put the bishop? Okay, maybe opponent wants to land here. So I'm going to stop my opponent from landing there. Let the evil knight go back somewhere else. There, evil knight. You have been evil for too long. Go back somewhere else. So I won't be surprised if my opponent... okay, for a moment I thought my opponent could play a move like this. But maybe opponent plays this move. If I go here, Maybe they can hop in here, but that would be a free pawn. So I don't want that knight moving forward. Pushing pawn here comes to mind. For now, I'm not seeing what I gain with that. Pushing pawn forward, capture, kick the evil knight away. The evil knight is hopping forward here. Okay, now that my opponent plays this move, I'm just going to play a move like this. Saying there, evil knight, move away, evil knight. So where's the evil knight going? I like to play a move like this. But do not really gain anything with playing that move. A check here comes to mind, doesn't do much. A move like this comes to mind, maybe opponent captures here. And then we get a trade here. Then, okay. Makes sense. It doesn't really seems to help me. Let's go here. Opponent has to watch out for the Greek gift sacrifice. Guys, if this bishop ever leaves this square, if that bishop ever leaves that square, the Greek gift sacrifice becomes a possibility. A move like this does nothing for me. Opponent is just going to capture here. A move like this also doesn't really do much for me. I'm looking at just going here. Let's try to play a move like this. Just trying to weaken, just try to create weaknesses on my opponent's part of the board. Oh, opponent doesn't do any of that. Yeah, opponent, why are you not doing that? I'm looking at going here next. But let's say opponent handles this. Pawn push here, do I worry about? Pawn push there, I'm not sure I'm worried about. Capturing here, not really. Let's go here. If opponent push pawn, I guess I can capture. I guess I can also just ignore. I could just ignore it as well. Capture here. I guess I have to capture here. Okay, for a moment I thought I can just ignore and capture this way, but I have to capture here. This is going to be a slow game. It's going to be a slow positional battle. Capturing this makes absolutely no sense to me. Makes no sense to me. Let's go here. That rook looks trapped. What was that move? I thought opponent would capture here. A move like this comes to mind, but opponent can easily defend this way. But if I go here, how is opponent defending this? Oh, that is defended already. Okay, that is defended both ways. That is defended two different ways. But I think I have a move like this that is just going to scatter my opponent's defenses. The sad thing here is that after a move like this, I like to capture here. But opponent can capture because opponent has two pieces looking at this square. But if I play a move like this, I think opponent can block this way. And my bishop is not defended. Sadly, my bishop is not defended. If I capture here, they can't defend. I feel like ignoring and just playing a move like this. If I capture here, it only helps my opponent. I don't want to help my opponent. Let's play this move instead. Let's see how my opponent handles this. The good thing is that this is defended. That is a good thing. I'm looking at going for chaos here. Let's go here. If opponent captures here, I'm going to capture here. I'm going for imbalance in the position. That is what I'm going for here. Now let's go here. Threat here is simple. Push pawn again. A move like this, I won't be surprised to see. But I think I have a move like this and I'm chilling. I'm looking at playing a move like this next. But then opponent might hit me. Okay, if they hit me with that move, I think I can just ignore and capture here. Opponent has two pieces for my rook. Two pieces for a rook. We should be good for opponent, but I'm banking on these pass pawns. Those pass pawns are going to be very evil pass pawns. I wish opponent would just play some silly moves like this. So I can just have two pass pawns that are running. Opponent doesn't do that. Guy is kind of a strong player. If I capture here now, am I not losing material? If I go here, opponent can capture, opponent cannot. If I capture there, I'm losing material. If I push pawn forward, I'm not sure what I'm gaining with that. If I capture here, if opponent captures here, I just capture here. If I capture here, if opponent captures here, I just capture here. This is under attack. Everything is under attack. And I can easily defend this pawn. I think I should capture here. Let me watch out. Capture here. Opponent captures here. I capture here. This is under attack. This is under attack. So they are not on time to capture here. So if they are not on time to capture there, what are they playing? Okay, whatever they play, I think I can then play a move like this. I do not want to lose this pawn, but let's see. I'm running out of time. Let me make a move. Let's quickly make a move. Now this is under attack. This is under attack. Opponent has 3 pieces pointing towards my pawn. A move like this comes to mind. A move like that, I'm not sure what I'm gaining with. A move like this, I like. Let's go here. Let's see how opponent handles this. A move like this is begging for trouble. Okay, not really. Yes. I think I'm just going to push pawn forward. A move like this, I feel like playing a move like this doesn't seem to help me, but I'm going to play this move. And the idea behind that move is simple. I want to launch forward with this move. I'm able to put a rook on the 7th rank. Should be GG's. It might be GG's. It might be GG's. So let's see how opponent handles this. Opponent wants to move this knight, but where to? Maybe opponent push this pawn forward. That looks like a move. Okay, opponent plays that move. I think that is bad because after a move like this, opponent can go here. But then I'm looking at just going here next. Oh, then I have this move. I think I'm loving my position here. I think I can go here. If opponent plays this move, I have this move. The queen is under attack. The bishop is under attack. If opponent plays some random silly move, that is a piece. If opponent dares to capture here, that is a piece. If opponent tries to defend this way, oh, they can't. I just capture here. What am I even saying? I just captured a piece. Opponent captures that way. What's that? That's a bad move. And opponent resigns. Wow, I played with 81% accuracy. Opponent played with 73.0% accuracy. And nothing crazy, nothing too crazy. Let's quickly take a look at the game. It was this Koch Gambit. Opponent played it kind of passively, and that was the best move. After a move like this, I think that's the best move. Was it the best move? Not really the best move. Okay, I had to land a check here. But opponent has this move. Okay, I'm not sure. Guess I'm going to look on that line some other time. Try to play some prophylactic move like this, stopping any piece from landing here. And then another prophylactic move, just stopping this evil knight from landing here. And then I strike forward. I was kind of happy with my position here, but I just could not find an easy way to break through. I knew I should have something here, but opponent is defending very well. And this is all the best move. Okay, I should have just captured. Instead, I just ignored it. And after that, opponent captures with the rook, which is the best move. I thought he should have captured this way, but then I played this move. Ooh, that is not good. I should have just gone here immediately. And then opponent played this move, and then I strike with this move. I thought that was the best move, and then I sacked here. The engine is frowning, but I just wanted to create some imbalance in the position. And the position is already slightly better for my opponent. That's because my opponent has 2 pieces for a rook, and I knew the position is better for my opponent. But this is not an easy position to play because I have full control of the center of the board. This pawn is falling, and my opponent's queen is a target. It's just not an easy position to play. And then I captured here, which is not the best move. I captured here, and just like that, my position is just completely winning here. I strike the queen, and then I played a move like this. And after this move, that is GG's. Because I strike with this move. If opponent tries to defend this way, we capture here. If opponent tries to play some random stuff, they are just losing. But what if opponent decided to capture here and then resign? And I was thinking, what if I had captured here? I think my opponent can just capture here. Or if I had captured here, I think my opponent can capture here. And after the trade, I think after all of the trade, I just capture here. I think for one, let's quickly take a look. What is the best move here? Yes, capture here. And if opponent captures here, I think we just capture here. And after all of the trade, that is back rank checkmate. Okay, not really. Opponent can block this way. But then I can just capture here. I can just capture here. I'm trading back rank checkmate. I'm going to push my pawn, and it is GG's. That is why my opponent resigns. Guys, if you have made it this far into the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel.